According to leading foreign affairs Republicans, Biden's photo op in Kyiv was insufficient and the U.S. needed to deploy more lethal aid. President Joe Biden's unexpected photo op in Ukraine on Monday was criticized by top Republicans on the House Foreign Affairs and Senate Foreign Relations Committees as being insufficient in response and calling for the United States to send more lethal aid to help Ukraine defend itself against Russia. Representative Michael McCall, Republican Texas, the chairman of the House committee, said, "It's nice that President Biden visited Ukraine, but a photo op isn't enough. Instead of slow-rolling Ukraine, he needs to send them the weaponry they need to win right away, especially the ATACMS, Army Tactical Missile System." James Risch of Idaho, the top Republican on the Senate committee, concurred that more lethal force was required and urged Biden to dispatch fighter jets. "I hope the POTUS's visit to #Kyiv will be followed by action, such as providing F-16s to Ukrainian forces as soon as possible." Risch wrote in a tweet on Monday, "We must show that the U.S. is still committed to assisting #Ukraine and defending itself against #Russia's aggressive attack." The artillery now in the armory of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has a range of around 50 miles, ATACMS, however, has a range of 190 miles. However, the Biden administration declared last week that it would not deploy ATACMS to Ukraine's front lines because doing so would lower the country's military stockpile to a level that would compromise military readiness. Nonetheless, some military analysts deem the White House's justification as poor. According to a Saturday Washington Examiner op-ed by the Foundation for Defense of Democracies, ATACMS is fired by rocket artillery weapons that have already been delivered to Ukraine. Newer versions of the missile, according to the group, had a 500-pound payload and a range of 300 kilometers, far exceeding the 85 kilometers of Ukraine's current Western-supplied rockets. The final conclusion is that there are still thousands in stockpiles held by the United States and its allies, the group claimed. Despite pleas from both parties to provide Ukraine F-16s and ATACMS, the Biden administration has declined to do so. Reps. Jared Golden, Democrat Maine, and Mike Gallagher, Republican Wisconsin, among others, wrote a letter to the White House on Thursday pleading with Vice President Biden to provide Ukraine with increased air superiority capability, including the F-16 Fighting Falcon aircraft requested by Kyiv, or similar fourth-generation aircraft, as soon as possible. In order to strengthen Kyiv's military capabilities and bring this conflict to a just conclusion, they stated, "We believe giving Ukraine with fourth-generation fighter aircraft constitutes a solid strategic investment." Senators Richard Blumenthal, Democrat Connecticut, Sheldon Whitehouse, DRI, and Lindsey Graham, RSC, wrote to Secretary of State Antony Blinken this month to support deploying ATACMS and fourth-generation aircraft to Ukraine. Representative Gregory Meeks, a Democrat from New York, is the ranking member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Robert Menendez, a Democrat from New Jersey, is the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. The senior GOP lawmaker's remarks are at odds with other Republicans who criticized Biden on Monday for visiting the war-torn region rather than East Palestine, Ohio, where a recent train wreck caused a significant release of dangerous chemicals.